Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we shall be discussing From, as we talk about season 3, episode 3. Very poetic with that. But anyway, what do we like? What we didn't like? I'm gonna be struggling. I'm gonna be struggling for the likes. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, you can share the video, watch the video till the end. Helps out with the algorithm and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get to it. So sit back, enjoy the intro, then we'll bring the rest of the crew. We'll start the show. Let's do that.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional. Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes, as always with From, we get a lot more questions and no answers. I feel like there's nothing answered today. That was just me. But I do have positives. I see Chris's face of what?
Where's no, because Jomani's not here. Where's Jomani?
Oh no, I know something happened, but boom, there you go.
There he is. Okay.
He got lost. He got lost.
You saw that tree. You saw the tree in the middle of the road, didn't you, Jomani? You saw that tree.
Yo, oh man, I will stay with the positives. Who has a positive?
Yeah, I always have positive. Yeah.
No, Chris. We'll start with Chris because he's usually the hater. So Chris, you got genuine positive, Chris?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think too hard about it. What you got?
I mean, I like the fact that Boyd is continuing on trying to get a live specimen of those monsters. So I thought that was going to be. For some reason, I was convinced that someone was going to persuade him out of it, but it seemed like by the end of the episode, when he went onto the bus of what's his name, Jason Randall, Jason Frank Randall, Randall, with his hair shaved still. I mean, somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how he's getting a haircut, but okay, maybe somebody has some clippers.
Maybe there was a barber. Maybe there's probably a barber on the bus. Maybe
I was actually thinking about the same thing about Jade because he looked like Moses, like last episode, and now he's like pretty shaped up. And I was trying to figure that out.
I think with Jade, it's because I think they want him to look crazy because he seemingly is losing his mind. Yeah.
But he definitely looks shaped up. Is what I'm saying. Like his head, like he got his anyway. Sorry, Chris, you were saying.
No. Yeah, no. So I like the fact that he's going to get a live specimen. So that is a positive. Another positive, it's going to sound like a weird positive, but to me is the moment that I saw, it's going to sound like a negative, but it's going to turn into a positive. When I saw Kenny and the gang kind of go back to where they found all the food in the cabins and whatnot, when I saw the two new people that we've never seen before, I was like, these fools about to get killed. And they didn't. They didn't just die. I was really shocked. I was like, who are these two random people? Who's that guy and that girl? Who's that Asian dude and who's that black woman? Who are these two people? You know what I mean? And I was just like, they about to be dead. Like that's just, but they didn't do it. They surprised me. So, however, they're not back yet. So that could still happen.
I'm just saying the season's not over and the sun hasn't come down yet. So
right.
Yeah.
Very touche.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as positives go, I'm done.
All right, Chris. Well, we will circle back to a couple of those things, particularly with Kenny. For me, Jomani, any positives, sir?
Yeah, I like that we're actually, progressing in the story. Stuff is happening. Victor is freaking out because I don't know how he knows that something is about to happen, but he's preparing for, his little family reunion that's about to happen or something. I don't know what he's doing with the fort, but him and Sarah are about to hunker down, and I'm just excited about all of the things kind of tying together. Like we're getting more insight on this bracelet that we've been talking about ever since last season. They've gotten to the point where they are pretty much back in From Land or Fromville, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens next episode when they get out of the ambulance.
All right. I will. Okay, well, we will come back to that. Kim, positives, positive.
No, I'm sorry.
It- it-
Okay,
it-
so a positive. Let's see. Yeah, I like that Boyd is actually moving forward with I mean, because he's trying to figure this out, right? So he's like grasping at straws basically, but at least he's trying. Like he's not just sitting there saying, you know what, I'm just the sheriff. I just make sure that everybody's in the house at night and then I go back to bed. You know what I mean? Like he could be literally like grieving Chin's death right now. He could just be in a ball somewhere, just crying, really, because it hit him really, really hard to watch this woman die in front of him, right? So he could be having a nervous breakdown right now, but he's choosing not to. He's choosing to fight back. So that's a positive for me. I also like that the positive is that they all went back to where where they found the food and stuff, and they got together, and they did show two characters that we've never seen before, which is good. I mean, it's different, right? I also feel like a positive is Randall and Boyd teaming up. The reason why I feel like that might be good is because Randall, even though Randall's going through some psychological stuff as far as the cicadas, like he's imagining things, I think that he may be able to kind of help Boyd, even though he can be untrustworthy. We know that, right? But I still feel like he's strong enough to help Boyd. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he from the outside, he seems to be strong, right? He may not be inside, but his outward, the way he carries himself would, I think, be a help to Boyd. You know what I mean? Instead of having Ellis, his baby, go out there, like what Donna was saying was absolutely right. Why are you going to do that? Right? Ellis is your child. You're going to take him and put him in danger, and his wife is having your grandchild. That's ridiculous. So I was glad Donna was able. That was another positive. Donna was able to get Boyd to understand that this is not a good idea to take your child with you. Take someone else like Randall, who basically nobody cares about.
So like he is expendable muscle.
He
Like
absolutely is.
if something happens to him, like I shed no tears, but maybe
not.
this would give him an opportunity to redeem himself and be useful, to be like, hey, I'm gonna be the one to help you lure one of the creatures here, and if I have to go down to do it, then that helps the bigger thing, right? Like he can do something like that. But I definitely would tie him to a tree and be like, let's just see what happens.
Exactly.
You guys don't remember me saying that last week? I said shouldn't go with Ellis. You should go with Randall. I said that last week.
Yeah, you did.
I'm saying so like the writers heard you last year and was like, hey, this is what needs to happen. Moving on from last week's episode, it was great like that Boyd was able again to overcome his grief and move on. But Kenny in particular, I was like, he was a shining like light for me in this episode, that he was able to honor his mom and still carry on a mission. Like he led the crew to the food. He divided up the team. He was like, hey guys, we got to get this going. I mean, I really, really love that. And then that kind of leads that when Christy got hurt, that even then he was like, okay, this is what we need to do to kind of fix this. And for her to be like, I know what your mom said. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you lose me, like, I thought she was gone this episode, but he was like, you'd never be alone. Like, just say that. Like, even in that moment, Christy is trying to look out for him and his mental states. I thought that was a good testament to their friendship. That she's like, hey, don't worry, there's other people. Dale is back. Donna's real life husband, if I remember correctly. I thought he died. I was like, what are you doing here?
No, he was locked in the he was locked upstairs in the room after he stabbed Ellis or whatever. And we were like, why is he not put in the box or something like that?
Well, hence back to my question, why is he still alive? Because I would put him out there on the tree and be like, okay, Dale, you get to be useful now because you a liability. But he was back again, like random characters. Like who are these two? Who are these other two people on this team? And do you have names? Like, are you gonna be around? Are you the red shirts? Like what
Positives.
Oh, my fault. So we got anyway. And then I'm gonna try to say this as a positive. Tabitha made forward progress. in some way. And she heard about the maybe the original transport tree and was making an effort to get there in this episode. I thought that easily was going to run on into next episode, like she's never going to get there. And I thought, but they actually made progress in this episode, and I will stop there before I lose my shit. Don't read too much into this, but I feel like Tabitha and family are Henry and Miranda. It seems like it's based on the bracelet and the song that they all love. There's somehow, so there's something there. So let's. Anybody want to get to the bracelet?
One last positive.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris?
And it has to deal with Jim of all people. Finally, someone shut that little boy up, Ethan. I am so annoyed at that kid. I am so annoyed. He asked him stupid ass questions. His questions are stupid.
He's a kid.
Yeah, and that kid, some kids just need to learn how to get a belt taken to them.
How is that a positive?
No. I'm telling you why it's a positive, because if Jim did not say he didn't say shut the fuck up, but he basically said shut the fuck up. And Ethan just and went up to his room. Like, thank you, Jim. Finally, someone shut that little kid up. God damn it. Big positive for me. Sorry, go ahead. I'm done now.
Well, let's go on to that and be like, Jim tried to act like he was a father in this episode. When Boyd was like, are you okay? Again, Boyd was just like, hey man, you okay? I'm talking to my children. Motherfucker, you left your children. All right, so don't come at me, father of the year. Both of your kids are over there disrespecting you. If I said what to my mom, I would not be here today. Let me explain how I grew. Like, David, yes, was okay. If I would have said what, I would have been like a hand would have been traveling and it would have hit me, and I would have been like, never mind, mama, I'm sorry.
I hear you, David.
I don't know who I was talking to.
This is different. Okay, let me tell you why this. I'm actually okay with the whole what in this scenario. If you are in this case, your kids feel like you're the reason why your mother's gone, right? I would have probably, if it was me, I would have probably let that slide. Like any other case, you're right. I would have whooped that kid's ass. But I'm feeling like a shitty ass parent, and my kid is like basically like lashing out. You know what I mean? So it's like you always see in movies, like someone blames someone else, and then someone like maybe punches them and they don't react to it. They're just like, okay, all right, I deserve that type deal. In the other case, we're fighting type deal, like after getting a punch. That's how I took it. So you're right. If this was like a random conversation and someone said what, like, oh hell no. But this is a little different. I'm sorry, Jim ain't winning no Father of the Year awards anytime soon. And the shit that he pulled, no joke, it should have been you like that went and not Joy. I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to put like the whole roles here, but I'm sorry, as a man, it's you that should be going. You know what I mean? Like, your kids is like looking at you like you're the father, and you let our mother, the nurturer, go out by herself. How fucking dare you? Yes, I'm sure even if she used the word like F you, I would have been all right with that too. You know what I mean? Because that was kind of.
I feel that was last week's episode.
I'm saying you can't compare the what to what Julie said last episode. I'm like, this is very minute compared to all the stuff Julie said last week.
I think oh boy, I don't know, but I'm locked. See, that's why I feel like I let you slide with what you said last time. But now we're gonna get back to parent roles, and you need to understand who the fuck's the parent in this situation. Like that's how I would have took it. Like this would be like, hey, there's only so much disrespect I'm gonna take, and I'm done with it now. But now that I'm daddy's here, you know your place. That's just me. I feel like they used the bear trap to capture one of the monsters. I feel like they will. I'm sorry, they will use the bear trap to capture one of the monsters. Okay, and the statues will be used to keep the monsters away. I hope you are correct. Because I was like, what are we doing with this? Like, and then
I have a question too. Okay, so because you just brought up the bear trap. So do you guys think that when Jade went and got the I guess it's a pole or whatever?
Yeah, it was like a crowbar. It was like a big old crowbar and something else. A big
thing,
When
he went to get that from and this is the thing, I don't remember last week those statues or whatever they are. I don't know what they are. were that close together. They seemed more distant the first time we saw them, but then when excuse me, when Jade went to get like a stick or a pole or whatever it was, they seemed to be very close together, and he was able to pull it, right? Do you guys think that that may be a trigger? Like, because he pulled it apart, right? So it's no longer standing up, and because it looks like it's maybe guarding that area or something, and he pulling it apart may have put them in danger. Do you think that you know what I'm saying, guys?
It could be like this was stopping something, but
Yeah,
now you
exactly.
disrupted the area, like some Indiana Jones shit, and now like some other stuff is gonna happen. Like they could go. I see why if they want to go that route, they could go that route.
Yeah,
but it's just a whole bunch of randomness, and I'm like, and I feel like I feel like it's just gonna be if they do, it doesn't mean anything. Even if that does happen, there's no real thought behind it. Like it would just be some more traps that kind of pop up, or the creatures would have came out faster. But they kind of tie it together. You like said, maybe those things work like talisman. They're physical talismans, and maybe now they're more vulnerable than they would have been without them.
Yeah,
but we haven't established what they did as a thing.
No, I think that they were
protecting keep the monster away.
No, but they're protecting. They're protecting that area with the food in the huts or whatever. That's the area that it was protecting. So I don't think they're gonna have that food for much longer since that has been
dismantled, right?
Dismantled or whatever. So I think
that was a theory. That was there's no proof that that's really what they were there for. Like we are.
Yeah, I'm saying as a theory. I'm saying why is it that people are acting like technology does not exist there? Because you have electricity, right? You don't have, you might not necessarily have a signal or a Wi-Fi, but you still have technology. Like you could plug your phone in, stuff like that. Why wouldn't somebody just take their phone and just, take a picture of it in case we have to put it back together?
But where's your phones though? I don't, maybe I missed it. I've never seen anyone in Fromland have a smartphone.
Maybe they had to get it confiscated before they leave the bus or RV or the car.
Somehow.
I was like, yeah. Did y'all see Blink twice? Did y'all see Blink? If y'all saw it,
no.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like phones. Give me your phones. You know what I mean?
Maybe we don't know. Every one of them took.
I want to watch that movie. Is it good?
Oh, it is. It can be disturbing, not like in a graphic way, but it's good. Zoe Kravitz directed it. I was shocked. I wasn't expecting much, and I was like, oh damn. I was like,
okay, I gotta see it then.
I was like, Tanny. I was like, yeah, Channing Tatum was good, but can I say something about the statue though? I do not think the statues are there, or the scarecrows are there for the monsters. Because think about it, monsters love killing humans. What's the statue going to do? You know what I mean? It's for humans. It's for other humans. I mean, they're protect. They don't eat the monsters. Don't eat like the produce, so what not humans do. You know what I mean? So they're protecting it from other humans. You know what I mean? They don't want other humans. They wanted to let those other humans know, like, hey, there's people living here. Beware. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the old days when you have statues like that, whether it just be regular scarecrows, right? Before we turned it to the whole farmland thing and did the whole thing for crows, or we did the whole sticks were putting people's heads on there. It's a warning to people, like, stay the fuck away. That's real. That's all that is. No monster's gonna be scared of no damn like people, like fake people. They eat people. Like, you know what I mean? How's that going to scare them? No, that's for people. That was for humans. It's to prevent folks like Kenny from showing up. You know what I mean? But they're just like, oh well, we're gonna go anyway. You know what I mean? Now you got a bear trap, bitch. You're like, you know what I mean? When
Jade saw the guys, I thought he was real. The guy with the thing to his eye.
I did too.
I thought that was like whoever made those things, that was like the part to be like, this is an example. Like those were like representation of what they do to real people. And I thought that was going to be a real person. And I was like, oh, is this a townie that we forgot about or something? And I was like, when it's all in his head, I'm like, why is he the only one seeing these visions to the level that he's doing it with the old soldiers and everything? Like he has a connection to this place somehow, or is trying to make a connection with him. And I was like, what's up, Chris?
No, just the whole thing that what's his face says, like, oh, you're Mr. like smarter than everyone or whatnot. I don't know. I mean,
But it just seems weird. Like, and again, it's people you don't take when you have to do something that requires reliability. And Jade is one of those people. Like, don't take him for labor stuff because, like, he's not that kind of stable. Like, he's not useful. Like I said, the fact that he was helpful with the funeral last episode was amazing. But 9 times out of 10, he is unstable.
It wasn't by choice. Damn, man, you actually have me defending the show. I can't believe this. No, it's not. It wasn't by choice. It was because of they drew straws. So, he drew the short straw. They can't just be like, well, once again, he drew the short straw, but because he's not good at labor, like you can't just.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't even put him in the running. I know who Jade is. Like certain people, you got to be like Boyd wasn't in the running because he's Boyd, right? Donna wasn't in the running because she's Donna. So it's not like it was 50-50 all the way around. No. They were like, hey, there's leaders and there's workers, and y'all the workers. So we need y'all to go out there. And we know Jade, like from an audience, we know Jade.
But so also Jade had a certain relationship with Miss Chin that I knew he would have helped because he loved her.
Yeah.
Like she was there for him when he thought he was losing his mind. She was the one that was like, come pray with me. And she leveled him out and they shared experiences together, right? They had conversations together. So when Christy was like, I need help with Miss Chin to make her look presentable for Kenny, I think Jade was like, he had a moment of, sanity and clarity and was like, yeah, of course I'll help, right? Because that's what of course, Miss Chin would have wanted him to do that. If Miss Chin would have been there and was like burying Christy, he would and said, Jade, help me, he would, same thing,
So like this kind of stuff, like he's always failed at this type of like basic stuff. Like I've like even when we first got there. Let's get to Randall showed up to town ready to slide. I don't know what that means. You can't be mad at Tabitha spazzing out. Yes, I can. Yes. It was bad.
He's infuriated, Dante.
I am very much so, but I'm holding it back until later. Right. In fact, I wanted to drop kick Ethan.
Yes. You know what? Ethan should have went with the search party. Should have went with Kenny and then use him, like tie him up to the tree. I'm sorry. I know I'm saying that about a kid. Having Ethan tied up to a tree.
Sorry. I feel like
can you nickname him Tiny Tim?
It's turning into Victor though. I feel like the constant seeing people die that he cares for is changing him, and he's like people. I hate to keep on bringing up power. I'm sorry, but he feels like Alicia Marie when she was like, "Mom's dead, Dad's dead, people die, bitch." Like when she found out her uncle was dead, she was like, "That's what happened." Like he's turning into Mom's dead. Let's not play these games. Like, so what are we gonna do now? Like, so I don't see him being. I disagree. I feel like he's just accepting what he believes is reality. If he grabbed a knife, seriously, if he grabbed a knife, killed his sister, killed his dad in the sleep, and was like, "We're all gonna die anyway," and killed himself, I would 100% understand.
David, Ethan was like this family, since day one. Ethan has been like that since season 1, though. So like, this town did not change anything. Ethan has been just as annoying in this episode as he was in season 1, episode 1. Okay. I don't know, dude. The only thing he transformed is his voice a little bit because he's maybe hitting puberty a little bit. That's the only thing that's the only thing that changed about him. That was it. That's the only thing that changed, and he ain't limping.
I feel like he was playing games with his sister. Like everything was a mystery show. Like he's like, "Oh, these are my dolls and stuff," and now he's just more like, "People die. Why can't I say that?"
We don't care.
Yell at the screen like. Who you? Okay. Well, him and his sister were disrespecting Jim. Okay, let's talk about Thomas because what the fuck? So again, season 1 ended with some random voice talking to Thomas to be like, "I know what your wife is doing. Do you know what your wife is doing?" Click. Now her random ass voice is like, "I'm your son, daddy." I'm like, what? Like what? None of this is gonna get explained. None of it. Like, why are we even bothering? I don't know why we're going through this again with the mysterious voice on the phone. Anybody got theories or give a fuck? I mean,
I think they will. I think that will get explained. Either it'll be explained whether it's like it's all in their head and it doesn't. Well, no, because Donna heard it too when the phone was ringing. So never mind. No, I think it will be explained. I think it will be.
It wasn't explained when Jim got that call like last season. Remember?
No. You're right. No. I think assuming that this show doesn't get canceled in the next season or so, I think this will be. you know,
I'm
this
like,
will be
this reminds me-
explained. You know what I mean? Assuming that it don't get canceled and we're waiting for a season 5 like Power goes. All right, you know what I mean?
Well,
So,
I feel like
So
to
like,
that point, MGM don't have a lot of content, so this show's gonna go on for a while. A lot of people watch the show. I
True.
think the show will be all right. But Jamani, I'm sorry. What's going on? What's going on?
if I'm thinking about Lost, right? And Harold Perrineau's character, like for what 6 seasons, we didn't know what the Whispers were, and then all of a sudden, damn, he's the Whispers, and you know. So I see it being something akin to that. Like at the end of towards the end of the series, they'll just say, "This is what the phone calls were." You know, just like how we found out what the smoke monster was and stuff.
I didn't watch. I watched Lost. So I'll say, Chris. Do you agree with that?
yeah, actually, you know, I didn't even think about that theory. Like, it could be like something where it's really them in the future, like maybe a few months later, and then trying to deter them from doing some other shit. That's an interesting theory, actually. I like that. I don't know that. Yeah.
What was that?
Okay.
What was that bullshit
Never
movie
thought.
with Matthew McConaughey?
Don't say Tropic Thunder, because Tropic Thunder was amazing.
You're talking
It
about
was amazing.
Interstellar?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wait, that
Yes,
wasn't
it
a
was-
bullshit movie. That was a,
Yeah,
that
no,
was
it was.
actually a
It was.
decent
It
film.
was. It was.
You don't understand science.
They were just
Oh my
talking to
God,
themselves. Fuck you. They were just talking to themselves. I was like, stop it. You guys think Tabitha was in the real world? All right. Okay. Let's.
No, I already told y'all a couple episodes ago that she was never in the real world. She was never in the real world. Yeah.
So Chris says no. She's still in Fromville. That's Chris's theory. Jamani, what are your thoughts?
I think if there is a real world, she was in it. We have not seen a real world other than Tabitha being in it. So that's up for debate because I don't even know if there's a real world that actually exists. This whole thing could exist in a vacuum, so to say. So if a real world does exist, then I think she's in it.
All right, Kim.
I have no freaking idea, man. I don't. I do not. I was very irritated when I watched this. I was like, what is happening? Like, I kind of knew that that they were gonna get back and it was gonna be via the ambulance. I knew that part, right? But I still feel like, well, why did they even go through this whole thing to bring the dad to Victor? Is this why we're doing this? Like, what was the point? What does this mean? What is Tabitha doing everything she did? What is the end all? Why did they make her do it? And then how is it going to affect everything else that's going on? The only difference that I see is that Victor's going to see his dad. That's it.
So
but if the mother was able to see all this stuff that was going on in Fromland before she went there, and she was telling it to her husband, and the husband thought she was like whacked out crazy or whatever. If he's remembering all this stuff, he can probably give some insight to some stuff possibly before it happens, about stuff that has previously happened. There's untold amounts of information that the father has, or that he can help Victor to remember and stuff like that.
How's that going to get them hell out of there?
I never believed she was in the real world, but maybe
like I think he's basically like a purgatory. I think he's like like kind of similar to Doctor Strange when he was what was that called when he was out of body experience in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I forgot the term for it.
But, no, it's fine. Boy went through a tree and went into a timeline realm with Martin. I feel Tabitha is experiencing something similar though.
Yo, but here's a problem with that theory though. I would like to think that she went through a timeline tree too, but then it seemed like it was like modern day, like everything, like they made it seem she talked to her mother, and didn't her mother say she was gone for a few months? So, bro, to your point, man, that would be great writing if it was the timeline thing, but they kind of already screwed that up by saying that she was gone in a few months.
And that's what the computer missing search is conflicted. To your point, the fact that Yeah. So I think what you're saying, like, like you said, the fact that all
Uh-huh.
these she could find herself, like, hey, like legit, she was posted as missing, her whole family and shit, like all that's kind of there. I have feelings. Tabitha isn't going to Fromville. I think she's going to go to across the tree. So like another, I don't know, like another part.
Probably
I
like
guess.
to where Martin was. Martin, the one who was like shackled up to the
Oh,
wall.
she's gonna jump over the tree
To that area.
the tree in the road. He's talking about that magically. Somehow the ambulance is in a wooded road, just like everybody else, and then also there's a big ass tree there in the middle of this fucking suburb. Fuck.
All right, wait before you get to that. Right?
All right.
There's the crow or whatever that flies in when they're doing the what do you call it? The tarot cards. Does that have anything to do with the ambulance coming to the tree where like all the crows or ravens are typically?
Jamani, who?
No, I think that had to do with. I think that had to do with Fatima and that what's her name, Millie, I think.
Tilly.
Tilly. I think it had to do with they didn't want whatever. I guess the Fromland didn't want Tilly to tell Fatima what is happening with her child. So I think that was like a distraction.
Yeah.
And it did stop it. It stopped Tilly from finishing reading the cards. It stopped everything because everybody was like, what the heck is going on?
That's just called a distraction though. Like, wouldn't have been better if the crow would have taken away the tarot card, like take the claws and took like maybe a couple cards and then flew away.
That's a bit much. That would be a bit much.
Dave, what the hell? But in reality, okay, a crow breaks through a damn glass window. You really think, oh, okay, well, I guess I will never do the cards thing now. Like, huh?
No,
how are they just gonna stop the whole thing?
If the bird would have talked, I think maybe I don't know. I felt like I would took the bird.
Yeah, okay, fine, yeah. Unless the bird said nevermore or something like that. That's one thing. If I went like,
yeah, I mean, come on, let's
like an Edgar Allan Poe.
Let's commit. Let's commit. Like you don't go halfway. You do that shit.
Yeah.
But one bracelet in two different timelines.
There's something with that bracelet. I'm telling you, there's something with that bracelet because they keep going back to it.
Totem. Sorry, that's the word. That's
I don't see. This is why I don't think she's in the real world. Like, he randomly plays a song that belongs to him and his wife Miranda, and then now it's like, oh, that's what me and Jim's favorite song. It's just, oh my god,
it's
like,
too much, bro.
It's just they're going OP on this, man. You know what I mean? Between that and the bottles. Like, you know what I thought they were going to go with this, and I this would have been perfect. This is what I thought they were going to do, and I was like, okay, they're at least moving it along. What's the father's name again? Shit, what's his name?
Jim.
No. I'm sorry. No, I'm talking about
Henry.
Father.
Victor's dad. Victor's dad.
Yes. Victor's dad. Yeah, Henry. When Henry said that this tree is a replica or whatnot, the actual tree is a few blocks away. What the hell? Like, I thought like they should have. I mean, what? Like,
I want to know, why didn't they open up the bottles? Didn't they have stuff in them?
In Fromville, they did. They had they had messages or cards or some shit. There was something in the bottles. To your point, Javon.
It was names in the bottles, wasn't it?
All the people that's in From World, all the people in From World, probably.
Yeah.
So they're all actually trapped in the bottles. See, I thought the chimes you were hearing was that somehow they were the same bottles. Like the bottles moving around on the tree in Fromville is like somehow the same bottles on this tree, and therefore it was like, oh, I'm hearing from Fromville, like legit, and like somehow I thought that was going to be a thing because Tabitha thought that was in her head at first. But I thought anyway. Boyd is that typical hero that cares too much about saving everyone else, but his own family. Real quick. I want to talk to Christy about that. That actually takes me back to Christy. That was Christy's fault. Christy chasing Jade, a grown-ass man who decided, I'm going to run back to town knowing that the sun is going down. Fuck Jade. If he don't make it, that's his own problem. Like, this whole, like when
Christy is she's a caregiver. She sees that Jade is going through a mental thing, and she's going to help him. That is who she is. That is
and accept the consequences of it. I mean, my point, Kenny blamed Jade. Kenny got mad at Jade. No, that's Christy's fault because Jade didn't say come with me. Unlike, he said no, she said she decided to chase him. That's my point. I mean, Christy did what's in her heart and true to her character. But
Mhm.
Kenny blaming Jade for that is wrong. Like Christy, she accepted the consequences of her own actions. I was like,
But
is Christy
I'm
coming
like,
back?
Jade-
Let's get to it. Is Christy coming home or she done?
No, she's not done.
I don't think she's.
She's
You know,
way too.
But I think that when forget about Kenny, when Marilyn finds out, that's who Jade needs to be scared of because you hurt my Kirsty.
Well, again, Christy hurt herself, but I feel, but with Mary being here, the way the town works, that you lose something and you gain something. So the town could be like, you now have a new medical person. You don't need Christy.
No,
anymore.
but David, actually, they got 3 because they got the 2 EMT workers. So maybe Christy might be gone.
If they cross over. The way the tree works is that it makes you take a turn and then you try to avoid the tree. No, they're at the point of decision. That's what this is.
I'm kind of trolling, but yeah.
No, seriously though, we all know that eventually the ambulance does go to Frontville. Like that's happening, right? Like so, but again, if they show up, then Christy easily could be gone. You know what I'm saying? And again, the town could be like, now you got 3 medical people. So to your point, and you don't need Christy anymore, and we can move on to something else.
But we have a cop in there too, so it's like, are we gonna get rid of Boyd or Kenny?
No, Boyd is the focus of the monsters. Like that kind of got established for some reason last episode. Like this is personal for them. So that I think that's a little bit different. But comparing things seems to be their own personal nightmares and guilt. Everybody's having their own
like Silent Hill. Like we doing. That's the premise of Silent Hill, basically. You know what I mean? I hope that's not what they're doing. You know what I mean? Silent Hill means loss. You know.
So what do you think that? Okay, so Victor went to he went and dug up this suitcase, right?
Yes.
And so he goes to Sarah, and I was kind of shocked that he went to Sarah because I was like, I don't remember him ever like being around Sarah. But he goes to Sarah, and it was like, do you have any bedspreads or whatever? Because we're gonna make a fort, which is a kid thing to do, right? When you're a little kid. You go in the living room and you put like the blanket, you make a little fort. My kids did it. I did it too. Like a little tent, right? And then you tell stories like ghost stories or whatever. Now kids nowadays they do like laptops and watch movies. But anyway, so him saying that that he's going to tell her a story, and I guess the suitcase would represent like maybe pictures. Like he has pictures in there.
Yeah, probably.
So, but why did he choose Sarah? Like,
I think it's the writer again trying to do the whole redemption arc. Like with her trying to say Ethan last episode, like they're like she's not the killer mad person that she was, right? Like maybe this is part of her redemption. That it was for a time, and now she's a productive member of society, and Victor was also an outcast when he first showed up, right? Because especially with Jim and that kind of thing, that it's like, that's what I'm saying. That maybe this helps her again, kind of wins over the crowd, those few naysayers, but
I don't think Victor doesn't care about that kind of stuff. Like,
I think the writers do. I'm saying that's right. I'm saying maybe that's why the writers picked her because it don't make any sense. Okay. I mean, to your point, I'm saying, but maybe
I think that is because. She's the one who is hearing stuff, talking to people, all that type of stuff. So he thinks, okay, maybe you have this sort of connection. Maybe I need to stick close to you, kind of like how Boyd was, sticking with her in the woods or whatever.
Well, that was different. At the time, she was talking to the other side, and so I mean that made more sense. But she hasn't done that in a while. I mean, now everybody's seeing shit. Anyway, also, why do they rarely? Yes, Victor's sister. You are absolutely correct. You think Henry would have provided more information about the sister or asked about the sister?
Maybe the sister's in the suitcase.
Wait. That's right. He never found his sister's body. Right? Is that correct? That's
right. Right.
She's alive. She's alive, or alive in the sense that she's in from world. She's living. She's going to be the owner in that cabin.
That made totems.
Maybe that's what people.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. She's probably going to be the one that made the statue. Those little statue
but
characters.
Then where is she though? If there is, do you think there's different dimensions of it or something?
No, I think she's sharing the same world as them. Is this she's because she's what? Because did we establish she's the older sister? Maybe she has like some
No, she's younger.
Youngest. I
Yes,
don't know. Maybe she somehow survived it all, like Mowgli in the Jungle Book, right? You know what I mean? And and then now she
lost.
And then there you go.
But wouldn't they have met her by now? I mean,
no, she's like living off the land to herself.
Yeah,
Kim, to your point,
and stuff.
When
and they've shown like those little huts. You have to crouch down to get in them. So it's like it was made for like a child or a teenager or something.
Yeah. And to your point, Kim, they would have reigned in that cabin too. Like after all this time, this is their first time seeing the cabin. So if it took them that long to find a big old cabin with all those statues, one little person could easily just slip through their fingers after all this. And think of all those generations of people being afraid to venture out too far, because you venture too far, then night will come, if you're not back in time, So they've only gone through a certain distance. She could have survived and like maybe hid very well, maybe climbed some trees or did whatever, you know what I mean? And then done like that. So
she could be the original totem maker or whatever. Like that could have been her tree that Boyd found them in.
The crow possibly was Elgin preventing Tilly and Fatima from doing a transaction.
Who's Elgin? Who's Elgin? Who's
the black dude?
The black guy the one that keeps seeing the I don't know if it's Fatima or not, but she's
the old Japanese woman. I think she's officially the Japanese woman. But also, it's interesting how Tilly is always around when this shit happens. Like she was around for Elgin, she was around, for Fatima, even eating the compost. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, is that saying something that why is she the character that's in this supernatural type of realm when this stuff happens, and then for her to be like, hey girl, I used to lick eggshells, so everybody does stuff, I'm saying, let's just work this out.
That's a weird old lady. That's a weird old lady, man.
What so-called Victor's father was doing, and what exactly the priest was doing, it came off as leading, as if Victor the father is playing an NPC role.
NPC.
So, all right, okay, Chris agrees.
Yeah. NPC. No, NPC. When he says NPC role, he basically means like a character that's there, but is not really. It's a video game term for someone who's in there, but he's not. They're not real, essentially, right?
There's like
they're not real. Yeah, he's not a player. Yeah,
Christy
but
might be.
I was trying to, translate it for David.
Thank you, because I was like some kind of video game thing. I was like, I don't know.
Christy, it is, but nowadays, when someone's called an NPC, it just basically means like you're not real, essentially.
Well then, okay. So wait, quick. Christy, might be infected with the rusted bear trap, but I don't see her doing going out like that.
She could have her leg could be amputated.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I thought that leg was coming off this episode, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, we got," because I feel as a medical professional, she would have been like, "The leg goes so I can live," and then that makes her a liability. Like the town is trying to make her again, like now they're vulnerable again, trying to help her, and then the monsters come because the sun is getting real low. So like we gotta see what happens. I know
I couldn't tell if you're quoting from or you quoting Civil War or Black Widow.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I was like, hey guy, the sun getting real low. What we got? Episode 2, Jade threw something out. In the bar. Then they kind of showed it again. Tabitha got flung out of the tower glass. Jade is looking up at the entangled timeline that's scattered, and some timelines running parallel. So somehow you think he's seeing the big picture, that all these timelines are connected, and that's the vision in his head, and that's what the circles are. And again, we're searching for meaning in a show that probably is not give any of it, but it gives you the opportunity to guess, and that's fun.
As far as guessing, I'm like, there's a brand new ambulance full of drugs. Is Marielle gonna get back on that stuff?
Yo, she gonna be on it. We got a plug. Henry is sus. It is almost like he didn't have a daughter or knew of her, but the pictures in Hall has her in them. So again, to your point, he didn't mention the daughter too much, but he did know his own son. I don't know. So I want to see what goes. We got the yes, Henry is sus. I don't think that was the real world. All right.
Yeah, I don't think
But it is sus that I mean it's like I have two sons. So you mean to tell me that if I'm looking for them, I'm only going to be worried about the oldest one? Like, oh, where's my older son? I don't have another son. It's just weird to me.
Maybe you had a favorite. Maybe you had a favorite, and you were just
I have favorites, Chris.
That's a
Well,
lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
To be like,
I thought she was dead a long time ago.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So can I express my frustration?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you didn't already do that?
No.
Here it goes.
Oh no. Oh fuck no. Like as I said, I didn't think they were gonna make it to the tree. I felt like the tree was real. I felt like she was in the real world, but they weren't gonna make it to the tree. Then when he said it was gonna take us 38 minutes to get there, I'm like, okay, this is somehow it's gonna move in real time, and they're never gonna get there. And when they're on the road and she's like, I'm getting car sick, I'm like, okay, so they're not gonna make it. She opens and she sees the bracelet, and then she's like, the bracelet. This can't be. What happens? This is the most stupidest shit for me. Just to cause the car accident so the ambulance can come. This was stupid as fuck to me. That she was like, what happens if I open the door? Then you're gonna jump out of a moving car, bitch. Like that's what's gonna happen, and then you're gonna roll on the ground. Like what? Like somehow it's all some big conspiracy that Henry came up with that doesn't make sense to me because she is the one that showed up to his house. She's the one that went to the church and called her family, and she's the one that acted weird and just hung up the phone and said, "Fuck it, I don't want to talk to my mama." She's the one that walked and followed the boy in white, and then she decided to look at the address in the fucking lunchbox and go to his house. She's the one that was like, I have to stay here. I am true. She was working to stay there. Now all of a sudden she's like, none of this is real, and you have set all this up. What? Also, they could have a car accident. This bitch got on my nerves. That was unnecessary. They easily could just got sides. They easily could have got T-boned. They did not need this dumbass dialogue scene at all. At all. That car could have came and hit them and been done with it. And then the ambulance comes and da. But she pissed me off so bad. I was like, fuck Tabitha. She should have died in that fucking accident. She should have been dead. So Ethan can go, mommy is dead, isn't she? Yes, son, because this dumb bitch thought it was a good idea to jump through a window. But anyway, what have we learned? You don't need mama. Anyway, I was mad. I was mad of all the stupid shit that happened. And
Chris, please say something.
Jamani's back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. Anyway.
That was a lot.
The dialogue was fair, man.
No. I mean, I love seeing David Cook like this, especially for a show like this. You know what I mean? So, David said, I mean, I'm the one that kept getting hate in the comments about hating the show. So I like to kind of, have people kind of even out a little bit. So, yeah, go right ahead, David. Embrace the hate, and that goes for all of y'all. All y'all in the comments. I'm gonna give y'all this. I'm gonna give y'all the
I was like, Chris, you can sit this one out, bro. Because I was like, fuck this show. I was like, if this kind of stuff continues, this will be the last season. Because I'm not dealing with this silly shit. Like Tabitha is not necessary. Like she's a liability right now.
I don't. Yeah, I mean the thing is, okay. So let's play this out. Let's assume she does make it into. I mean, all right. Let's say that she is with the rest of the gang again. So she's with the gang. Let's just say that that's what happens. Even though, if they wrote this correctly, she should be on the other side of the tree, right? You know what I mean? But she is like, what new information could she bring to the crew? To the crew, nothing other than Victor's pops. There's nothing new is going to happen from it. You know what I mean? Unlike, like, I don't. It just serves to be nothing. That's why the next episode, it needs to show that they went somewhere else. And if it doesn't, and it shows that they're just back, like Tabitha's back where she was before, This whole thing was a waste of fucking time.
No,
You know what I mean?
I totally disagree because
Why,
What are you
Jamani?
talking about?
all right,
How, Jamani?
So
Hold up,
she-
hold
Calm
up.
down, guys. Let Jamani talk. Relax. Thank
she
you.
can come back and she can say, because like basically Ethan was like, oh, kind of on the whole purgatory, are we dead? There's no way out. Tam Chen thought she was gonna leave, but she didn't go home. There is a home for us to go back to. People are looking for us. There is a way out. She forget about her actually whatever she did in the outside world. She knows I go through this butthole in this tree that Victor showed me. Go to the lighthouse. We can all just jump through this, window, and we're back home. That's the type of information that she can bring back.
No,
But Jamani, that is negated by the fact of her fucking manic episode in the car that she now believes that none of it is real. That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
If she believed that she was in the real world and she was going to make it to the tree, I would agree with you. But now she's thinking this is all. She said, I never left. I'm still in this place. So
she
in her
never
head,
left. But now that she sees the tree and she knows, okay, I'm gonna be back, right? I'm not in another level or layer of this. I'm gonna end up back to exactly where I was, right? I know how to get out and bring everybody else back.
but
out.
again, that doesn't make sense if she believes she didn't leave in the
yeah,
first
yeah.
place.
Hey,
Right,
she's
it's
crazy.
true.
All right, let's just write it off. She's crazy. Henry can say, hey, I've been living in the real world this whole time. Forget about this loony bin chick. We'll give her a straight jacket, right? Let me tell you, I saw all of you guys on the internet and they're looking for you. You're missing.
Okay, all right.
Jamani, here's the deal. If this wasn't the first time where they did not already have hope or have like the whole thing with the radios in the first season, and I forgot what happened in the second season. Something else that happened in the second season or whatever, and they found like underground caves and they found about like the faraway tree. They already had this whole idea of like getting back home. Let's be real, Jamani. This is what is going to happen, right? She is going to tell them about, oh yeah, you just go through this tree, hook to the left a little bit. You see the little lighthouse and go up, but guess what? Just like we saw with everything else, the world is going to get mad at them. It's going to get mad at them or whatnot. They're going to burn, the creature's going to burn that lighthouse. That's what they're going to do. Either that thing's going to be burned down or something's going to knock that tree over or whatever to stop. That's just what they're going to do. They're not going to make it that easy, right? Like, you can't tell me after the whole thing with Victor's mother doing this, like, all of a sudden she leaves just for, no. Like, come on, man.
Well, I'm like,
they feed off of hope. Don't forget, they feed off of hope. They feed off of hope, Jamani. Don't remember.
Feed off of hope, but it's not unprecedented because when you have Boyd and Sarah, they're in a tent and they just moved the tent. So if the show was to do that, it's not like they haven't done it before.
Well, that's the point. But anyway,
the spider that moved the tent.
But I'm saying the spider as an entity or whatever. If me and Chris are looking at Lost, remember the island moved.
Yes,
and they couldn't find it anymore. So
at the very least, she should have made it to the tree. I agree with you, Dante. If she was truly in the real world, they should at least made it to the tree, and then that would have made some type of solid sense. And then like, okay, but the ambulance does seem sus, as they say, because it was weird that they're like, oh, you're the woman that we had the APB out on because
that was weird. I thought that was weird too. Because come on now, this is a city, right? You mean to tell me that how do you know that she's the one with the lunchbox and all? I was like, no, this is BS.
No, what got me was if you're in a car accident, who the hell takes the lunchbox out of the car in the car accident and brings it in the ambulance with them?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's why I was like, this is suspect. And then again, magically, they're in the fucking woods with the tree right in front of them. I'm like, kiss my ass. Like, this is too much right now. So I'm like, so she's right that she never left.
Right.
That she never so I'm like, or it's a different dimension or some bullshit. So then I'm even more like upset, but I'm like, there's no way she went to the real world because that just don't make they won't believe that Tabitha got out. I promise True. I mean, so even they won't believe it. But again, like even Henry, he would have to. They don't know Henry. The only person who can vouch for him is Victor, and Victor's probably too fucked in the head after all these years to know who this man is.
Not only that, let's be real, and this is how they're going to probably play it too. Henry's knocked out right now. Henry going to come to. Henry probably forgot he probably forgot everything that happened the last couple of days.
Or he might die. Or he might die.
No,
or he might die.
I don't think they're going to go take it that far, Kim. I don't know they'll go that far, but Victor's going to see his dad and be like, "Who are you?" Henry's going to be like, "Who?" Well, and not just because he's now an old man, but like, but because he don't even realize he even had kids. Because now all of a sudden, randomly now he has
memory's gone.
His
memory's gone. I don't think they're going to go the Tyler Perry Empire route. I do think that Victor might kill the father and think that, oh, this is like Fromville playing tricks with me. You know how they can make, like the whole grandmother thing in the first episode. You're making me think that this is the person, but they're really not that person. And Victor will just kill the father, thinking that it was, one of the nightmare creatures or monsters or something.
I think that would only make sense to me if again if he was an adult and his dad looked the same. It's like, no, I remember you died like X amount. Like his dad aged, you know what I'm saying? So there's no way he's gonna look at him and be like, "Oh no, you're not what I remember."
No, but you got to think about Thomas is calling Jim on the phone. It is not like it's a baby calling. Thomas, or whatever. It was.
I know, but it's like that's. Well,
but that's even to me that is just ridiculous because it was an actual baby that could have a changing table.
Yeah,
I'm sure Chris knows what I'm talking about right now. A changing table is for an infant. That's where you change their diaper. So
I want to know who even taught the baby how to speak then. Like who taught the baby who
we got so many questions.
Who taught him vocabulary?
Exactly.
Y'all made such a good point about smartphones. Was anyone ever seen with a smartphone? If not, then this must have been an AI situation.
There's never been no phones ever that I remember.
I can't remember. Even on the bus as the new people were coming on the bus, I can't even remember someone like, "Oh, I'm texting my mom," and "Oh my god, my phone."
I remember Julie using her phone on the way there, and then never again.
Okay, Jemani, so say it again so everybody remember.
When Julie, remember Julie was playing with Ethan in the RV, and then she was just like, "All right, I'm done playing with you," and whatever. And she went and she was on her phone, and then they saw the tree or whatever, and the thing turned over and all that stuff. And then we never saw her or anybody else on a phone again.
It wasn't even just that. No, the black dude on the bus. He had the headphones. It was connected to his phone.
Elgin. Yeah.
It was connected to his phone. Never saw that phone again. What is happening? What is happening?
So from the / all the tires when new vehicles show up, it also eats all the phones. Somehow it knows you don't need tires and you don't need phones.
You don't need phones or tablets. Nothing.
Or tablets or any other
laptop. So you have electricity, but you don't have cell phone service. You don't have cable service.
But we do have drones.
Have TV signals. How does that make sense?
But yet they are able to run drones though.
Remember that
drone? See, that drone could probably make it into a secure situation where it probably doesn't have cameras loaded on there. It probably is just a remote and that's it. It doesn't have anything. You know what I mean? Probably can bring it up into a little place called a skiff, perhaps, maybe. You know what I mean? You could probably do something like that. You know what I mean? But you can't, because it has no cameras on there, has nothing. Probably has no Wi-Fi either. Has no Bluetooth. So you can get. That's fine. I think that stuff is fine. Vehicles are fine. But the moment you have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or anything of that matter, zip is gone.
Mass communication gone. Mass communication, like any kind of. All right, Chris, we gotta wrap this up. All right, I got things to do. Any final words for from /
Well, okay. So this is episode 7.
3.
Oh, 3. Oh shit! I'm thinking this is 3.
Three, Chris.
7. Damn.
Chris. That's how much.
I was already waiting for this thing to end.
Episode 9, right? We're at episode 9. No, 3.
I was really hoping for this to end soon. It's like, damn. That's oh my god.
Yeah, still
pace yourself, Chris. Pace yourself.
Damn, that's a lot, man. I'm already pissed off with just 3 episodes in. God damn it. Yeah, man. We just need answers, dude. We just need answers. I mean, I know you're probably tired of hearing me or Jamani say this, but stop trying to be lost. You know what I mean? I mean, Lost even got people frustrated too when they at times just kept doing it. You know what I mean? But Lost, I think, listened to the audience and finally gave answers. You know what I mean? And the problem is with the show ain't that popular for y'all to be like still like putting puzzles after puzzles and not even answering the first puzzle.
No, sir. This show is extremely popular. It is extremely. People have like parties, you know, they're watching it together. They do lives where like people are watching it live with an audience. This is how many videos that people are doing on YouTube. Oh my God!
Wait! Did you say this is the power of MGM? Okay, I want to see how many people get a list of how many people actually has MGM or how many people even just bootleg MGM and all of that matter. But okay. All right, like
what I want you to do is go on YouTube and put in "from" right now, and you'll see how many people are reviewing and recapping this show.
Yeah.
Okay,
there's like channels dedicated to this show.
Yes,
and it's not even like short videos. It'd be like
2 and 3 hours. Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming these people were born like after 1995 and forgot about Lost or didn't even know that Lost.
No.
I'm sorry
because you said these youngins don't know the history of Lost.
It's probably the same people who probably saw the New Salem's Lot and thought that was amazing too. You know what I mean?
I watched it. It wasn't that bad. No, it was not.
Okay. Anyway,
we got to stay focused.
All right, but
I'm about to cut you off.
Anyway, I don't want but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Jamon, you next. Succinct.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more to come. I'm in for it. And Tabitha and Jim are just bad parents, and like don't stake the whole show on their bad character. Pun intended. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully Kenny will get some out of all of this.
Nah, he done. I was hoping he was get some. I hear you, but I think he's gonna die a virgin. I'm sorry. Or maybe some new stuff will come. Hey, we'll talk about that next week. But goodbye, Jamani. All right, Kim. Say goodbye for us, please, and I appreciate it.
Okay, well, thank you so much, chat, for joining the conversation. We truly appreciate it. We can't do it without you. We're trying to reach 500 views per video. So we need you to like the video and share the video with anyone and everyone. We're also trying to reach 2,500 subscribers by December 15th. So if you share the video, we'll be able to reach that goal. Also, please hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. And also, we need you to subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel because it really does help us and watch the video all the way to the end of the video also. So thank you very much again for joining the conversation. We will see you again next weekend. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Kim. Hey, Chris, this is for you. Sound like the show is just not for you, bro. On God, I don't know. I've been watching Ace Vane videos, and I got all this new jargon in my head. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for hanging out with. How about y'all go back to watch Walking Dead, man? No, we gotta get off that fucking train. Anyway, Walking Dead was good until Negan came, and then it got too much. It got too much. For me anyway. That's what The Last of Us is for. It's an awesome show. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We generally like the show, but we got to express ourselves, and that's why we have a panel. You know what I'm saying? And I love the team, and I appreciate them hanging out with us for another week. Next week, this weekend, we got Bad Monkey. Kim and I are gonna be doing Bad Monkey on Apple TV. We're gonna do the Menendez brothers. So we're gonna be doing that from Ryan Murphy. We're doing Reasonable Doubt for some reason. We're gonna keep that going. We got hopefully we're wrapping up Fight Night. I think if it's 8 episodes, this episode 8 is coming out this week. That should be the end of that. So we're gonna wrap up that. So we got a lot of content out there for you. Please like on video, comment on the video. I will get back to your comments as soon as I can. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Saturday. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy the view. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll be like, oh shit,
hilarious. Absolutely.
absolutely hilarious. But
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
but anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.